Və eyni zaman Braziliyada karnaval mövsümü başlayır. Bugündən etibarən bir neçə həftə ərzində Rio'da, São Paulo'da və digər şəhərlərdə ümumiyyətlə karnaval mövsümü keçiriləcək. Ondan başqa Afrikanın Angola şəhərində, Angola ölkəsində, Luandada bugün Angola karnavalı başlayır və bu ayın 13-ü. Ondan başqa bugün bir neçə maraqlı gün qeyd olunur. İtalyan mətbəxini sevən insanlar yəqin ki, tortellini nə olduğunu bilirlər, xanım növüdür. Bugün beynəlxalq tortellini günüdür. Ondan başqa, deməli, International Travel Africa günü qeyd olunur. Uzun sözün qısası, səyahət bizim həyatımızın ən ləzzətli təcrübələrindən biridir. Hər kəs istəyir imkan olan kimi harası getsin. Kiçik bir lətifə sayağı bir əhvalat danışım. Sabah müqəddəs Valentin günüdür. Mənim bir dostum ötən il öz həyat yoldaşına müqəddəs Valentin gününə hədiyyə etmək istədi və etdi daha doğrusu. Bilet aldı və səyahəti hazırladı Tanzaniya ölkəsinə. Çünki həyat yoldaşı Zanzibar adasını görmək istəyirdi. Deməli, heç bir şey demədən sürpriz olaraq biletləri təşkil elədi, safari və s. Böyük belə deyək, kifayət qədər iri miqdarda vəsait xərclədi ki, bu sürprizi hazırlasın. Və onu ən böyük problemi Tanzaniya vizasını almaqda başlandı. Çünki həmin vizanı almaq üçün azından 28 təqvim günü tələb olunurdu. Azərbaycanda isə hətta ən aparıcı travel agentliyi belə onu yəni bir aya azından edirdi. Bu da fikirləşdi ki, 2, 3, 5, 6 gün ərzində bunu eləyəcək. Uzun sözün qısası bu sürpriz baş vermədi. Viza almaq və səyahətə düşmək bu reallığın çox vacib və önəmli bir hissəsidir. Mən ümid edirəm ki, sizin belə deyək də, xoşa gəlməz sürprizləriniz olmayıb. Məndə olub, əfsuslar. Amma bu auditoriyada bir şəxs var və onun səyləri və zəhməti nəticəsində bu proses asanlaşıb və indi elə onun özünün sözünə görə, məsələn, Vyetnam vətəndaşı Galapagos adasını görmək istəyirsə, Ekvador vizasını heç Vyetnamdan heç yerə getmədən əldə edə bilər. Mən çox şadam ki, belə bir maraqlı bir biznes ideyanı məhz gənc Azərbaycanlı həyata keçirtdi. Uzatmayacağım, Baba bəy, söz sizindir. Baba Ağayev istedadlı Azərbaycanlı iş adamıdır və Pickvisa şirkətinin banisi və deməli rəhbəridir. Mən onun işi haqqında və Pickvisa haqqında məlumat vermək istəmirəm. Ümid edirəm ki, Baba bəy ətraflı sizə bu öz şirkəti, öz yaratdığı cocuğu barəsində məlumat verəcək. Söz sizindir, Baba bəy.
Çox sağ olun, təşəkkürlər. As we have foreigners in auditorium, I guess, yes, we have the... Yeah, all right, so we will speak in English. I will... Bir. Okay. So, when I got this invitation to make this presentation in front of you guys, Nermin Hanım from EY told me that you should talk about inspiring journey you made. So, I just gathered the tiny details from my whole career together, and I would like to share all of them together, not only just the Pickvisa, and I will give information about Pickvisa as well. So, I would split my journey. I don't have a very long journey. I'm still young, I think. But I would split my journey into 4 parts. And just let's start with them. The first part is about the moment we are crossing the thin red line from our high school life to university. The most important tiny detail, I think, was maybe the same with you as well. In my school, when I was in my last year of high school, our director would never believe that I will pass 600 points, like 600 score. And she would always tell me that you will go to the military and you will do, I don't know how it's, shagat steps in the military and so on. But I just made a surprise for her and got the highest point in my whole school, and he was shocked. It was actually a test for me to test my own, I would say, character, whether I can get up 6 a.m. every day for one long year and study math every day. Like, it was my hardest part. So I did it, and I learned that I can achieve anything I want if I would do what is required for 100%. So I got the acceptance to the university, to Azerbaijan State Economic University back then. And in my university years, I tried to apply for different programs, to study abroad, to participate in different Erasmus programs, to participate in different training programs, but I got always no from the results. Like, I was in the top list, but I couldn't get the main list. I applied for the UGRAD program from the United States. I couldn't pass. I applied for the Fulbright, I couldn't pass. Like, I applied lots of things just to be abroad, but I couldn't anyhow. But in the last year of my university, I just asked myself why I cannot visit any country in the world. And I was 22 years old and I haven't been in any single country yet. I noticed that I'm always blaming something else other than me. Like, I'm blaming the government that who didn't give me the stipends, the scholarship to study abroad. I'm blaming the programs that they are not selecting me, and so on. So for the first time, I wrote a special program regarding how to start your own business and send it to Sri Lanka. I was the member of ISAC student managed organization, student organization. Anyone from the ISAC? No? Okay. So it's the biggest student-run organization in the world, English-speaking organization, and they have the branches all over the world. So I wrote the special training program for Sri Lankan students regarding how to start your own business. Back then, I didn't have any business actually, like I just faked it until I can make it. So they made an interview with me and they invited me. I'm together with 5 guys from the Azerbaijan, made a team and went to Sri Lanka. And it was actually my first country to visit. So we were there for 8 weeks. And after this trip, I understood that I can go wherever I want and whenever I can plan. So my biggest wish was visiting Brazil. As he was explaining about the carnival and so on, it was my biggest wish to be in Rio de Janeiro specifically. So for the next year, I wrote a special, again, training program for Brazilian students and sent it to Rio de Janeiro, São Paulo, Fortaleza, lots of cities of Brazilian community, Isaac community. And one city just next to Rio de Janeiro, which is called Juiz de Fora, accepted it and just invited me there. I wanted again to go there with other Azerbaijanis, but no one joined me because the flight tickets were very high, very expensive. So I went there alone. And the next year I went to South Africa, and the next year to Mexico. So I made 4 different social projects in 4 different countries. And these all projects added me a lot. Like, I noticed that I'm achieving whatever I want, but I should do the main part of the issue, the main part of the project. Or, for example, if you are planning to go to Brazil, you should gather your own money, you should buy your ticket, then you should inform your family that I'm going to Brazil for a social project, or Mexico, or like, I'm always selected somehow dangerous countries, but in the end I enjoyed all of them. Yeah, I almost talked about the first challenge. The next point, the next thin red line is about the cross point from the university life to your first paid job. And my first job was actually from EY, and it was Ernst & Young back then. And when I got acceptance to this beautiful, nice, one of the best organizations to work for, I wrote down around 500, I guess it was like 500 questions, interview questions, and prepared answer to all of these questions in Azerbaijani, in Russian, in English, and for some of them in Japanese language, because in my CV I wrote that I know Japanese in basic level. So I just said that maybe someone from the interviewers might know Japanese and they can just check it. So, hello. So, even after these interviews, even after starting my journey with EY, my career with EY, I wrote a book together with one Romanian lady about all this interview process of accepting, getting the acceptance to international organizations in Azerbaijan as like EY. It was called Interviewees versus Interviewers. And when I got this acceptance, when I started my job there, in the first day of knowing each other, get to know each other events with other peers, everyone was speaking about his journey just before the EY, and almost all of them told that some of them studied in foreign universities, some of them has very good experience, job experience in other companies and so on. I think I was the only guy who didn't have a foreign study, neither foreign study nor any experience before EY. And I just thought that why I am here. And it was very hard for me in the first year of my this journey in EY, but after the first year, I think that I could reach the same knowledge level and experience level of my peers. And after 2 years in Ernst & Young, I got another job offer from the aviation company in Dubai, which is called Falcon International, and I moved to Dubai. I lived there almost for 10 years and started my own startups parallel to my job. This is a photo from my first travel, and I was actually working in EY actually when I visited Sri Lanka. Yeah, in 2015, I decided that I need to start my own company. I want my own idea, I want to work on my own idea, I want to work with my own team, with my own rules, with my own office, and so on. And we started a project called Vizam Us. It was a startup, and we were serving Azerbaijani citizens to obtain any kind of visa, mainly travel visa, but at the same time study visa, work permits, and so on to other countries, to any country in the world. It was 2015. So in the beginning, everyone was saying that why you are doing this job? Because there are hundreds of travel agencies in Azerbaijan, and all of them are doing the same thing. Why we should apply through Vizam Us? I had a simple answer that we are just very experienced only in visa services. And later on, we started to experience the visas from different countries. For example, if you would call to any travel agency right now and ask that I want to apply for Fiji, for example, or Samoa visa, no one would reply you regarding which documents are required, where you should apply, which costs are involved, and so on. And most probably they will tell that the only agency, the only company which might have answer to this question would be Vizam Us. So we were very specialized in visa services. And after 3 years in 2018, I had some investor relations, some investors that it's very good relations. And they asked me that what we can do together. It's actually a very lucky question because all of the startuppers want to get introduced to the right investors to raise money. And when I got this question, I was actually had a very good plan because I noticed that if Vizam Us works in Azerbaijan, we can build a global version of Vizam Us. Why not? So we can serve anyone from any country. So I founded Pickvisa.com for global presence with Dubai head office. But after that, there was a pandemic, and but during the pandemic, we worked hard to build our own CRM system, our own full database, because there are lots of data combinations in our system, like you are selecting your citizenship, you are selecting your residency, you are selecting the country you want to visit, and the visa type. And it makes lots of combinations. We gathered all this information during the pandemic, and right after pandemic, we started to serve the whole country, the whole world actually. Like in Azerbaijan, when I got the first order, yeah, it was fine because he was my friend and he wanted kind of help me regarding just improvements, like getting the traction from the customer side. But for the Pickvisa, for the first time when we got the order from, I guess it was Russia, we got the Côte d'Ivoire visa order from the Russia. And we analyzed this order for 3 days. Why this person applied for Côte d'Ivoire visa through Pickvisa.com. Also there are around like 20, 30 websites like Pickvisa.com. And after that, we just started to serve other countries. And in 2022, we served to 142 countries citizens all over the world. Like we were selling Kenya visa to UK, Vietnam visa to US. Like we have electronic visas to around 100 countries, and we are serving to almost all nationalities. Yeah, another point is in 2018, when we got our first investment from the investors. The thing is, like all the startuppers, including me, whenever you don't have money, we can talk a lot. Like we can say, I will build such a great product, I will do like this, like this, like this. And I was saying in the same way. I was saying like, if I had this much money, I would build such a great product that everyone would buy. And one day, I was standing just in front of the investors as like this, and I was doing my presentation in order to get $500,000 USD from them for Pickvisa. I have never seen $500,000 USD together, actually. I thought that I have just around most probably 5% chance that I can get this money, because as I knew from other startuppers, they were pitching at least 200, 300 times to different investors in order to get this money for their startups. But it was my first pitch in front of investors, and after like 2 days passed, they called me, they said that just open the bank account and we are sending it to you. You can start. And I was actually shocked, because one day they are just giving you this money and saying that, okay, you are talking too much, now just do it if you can. And we started with our team to work on this, I would say, big project. And I enjoyed this part of the journey a lot. It was very tough periods. Challenging periods, because you should answer for each penny. You know, like it's not about getting money. It's about what you will build with this money. There are hundreds of startups with great ideas, with great teams that couldn't get money, but you have right now, and you should use it wisely. And we started. We actually like built the right product, and after like it was 2021, like right after pandemic, our money finished. So we have very good product, we have very good team, and just pandemic finished. What to do? Again, I called the investors, I again set a meeting, and just wanted to tell the truth. Like, okay, we have the product, you can check it, you can call all the developers, like whomever, like they can come and just review all the financials, like how we use the money and so on. But we need money again. We have the product, we should sell it. It's not the right time to stop. We are too big to stop, too big to fail. So please, we need money again. So, but this time I knew that either I should stop here or I should get more money, because when you are reaching to the marketing point, you should spend more and more in order to reach the right point. So this time I asked 1.5 million USD, like 3 times more. I said that, okay, I'm just trying. If they will say no, I have at least product, and I have very good excuse as like pandemic, travel. But if they will say yes, I will have very good money to build it further. So after like 2-3 days, they called me again. They said that, okay, just go on. Let's see what you will build. So we continued, and as I said, like in 2022, right after the pandemic, we sold to 142 countries our services. And in 2022 it was, like we have been selected the e-travel company of the Middle East and Northern Africa region by entrepreneur.com and Dubai Chamber. Yeah, I already talked about this part. I talked about the first investment. Yeah, this is from the e-business awards 2021. By Entrepreneur and Dubai Chamber. Yeah. Like, there are always, I think that there are always fails are more than the success stories. And all success stories are built on the failed stories. For me, the most, I would say, interesting and most exciting day of my career was the day of interview for Entrepreneur of the Year one day I was talking with Nermin. I was always recommending someone for the Entrepreneur of the Year. And after like 2 years of recommendations, she asked me that why you are not applying for yourself. I said that, can I? Because I was the employee of Ernst & Young back then. She said that yes, it's not, the selections are not done by the EY managers or EY partners. It's done totally from the different people, from the best director of the best companies in Azerbaijan. So I said, why not? Like, I just filled all documentation, application form and so on, and sent it. And one day, the committee for the selection invited me for the interview, and I talked with one of them was Mr. Mirjamal Pashayev. I talked with him and other directors of the different companies. I guess it was like 1 hour and a half about all this process in Pickvisa, like what we are doing, how we did. He asked me all the tiny questions just to check that whether I'm just bluffing or not. Even he asked about all digital marketing tools we were using to gain all these customers from different countries, and why we are using, and how much we are spending, and so on. And after, I guess 1 month, something like this, and it was the ceremony, and I was selected the Entrepreneur of the Year in Innovation nomination, and it was one of the coolest moments of my career, I would say. So you can join the page of Entrepreneur of the Year Azerbaijan in Instagram and Facebook through these QR codes. You can scan and just follow the page. And you can see the candidates of this year. Okay. So, today actually I thought that our presentation is at 10 a.m. in the morning. I was calling to Nermin. And I got up at 6 a.m. to collect all these photographies from my Google Photos. And in one moment, I just noticed this photo, and I said that it's kind of a sign, and I should add it to my presentation. Why? It's actually in Aconcagua. It is the highest point of the South America. And I was crossing from the one camp to another one with my brother, and the road was very hard. It was a very long one through the desert, like it was like 21 kilometers. It was a desert and the mountain in the same time with our big backpacks, around like 20-21 kilogram backpack. And I was saying that why I'm here, why I'm doing these things and so on. Actually, we started to climb mountains, the highest mountains in each continent together with my brother since 2016. We started with Kilimanjaro, then went to Elbrus, then to like we were doing volcanoes and the mountains in the same time. And in 2019 we were in Aconcagua. And yeah, in this road I was saying why I'm here, why I'm doing this, like why I'm enjoying this so much. I was blaming again everything around me. And I noticed that one lady is coming just the front side. She was returning from the mountain and I was going to the mountain, to the top. And she had only one foot, okay? And she was looking so strong that I said that, okay, what is your excuse, come on. And when I just reached her, I didn't know her at all. I just asked, you did it right? Like, you have been in the mountain. She knew that what I'm asking. I just simply asked that you did it right? And she said yes. And I just hugged her without knowing anything because in the mountains it's just normal. And that day I said that, okay, what is your excuse, Baba? And I just went to the summit, we made the summit, and I have photo I will show you. Overall, it's about kind of work and life balance. The most valuable part of my journeys was traveling. I have been in 74 countries, and let's play just a little game. I will show you some photos from my photos from different countries. You will tell me the names of the countries, and whoever got the highest number of right answers, I will give you a little present, but I don't have it with me. I will give it for sure. Okay, are you ready? Just hands and you'll answer. The first one, are you ready? You also play? The first one is?
It's Mexico.
Okay. What is behind me?
Machu Picchu.
No.
It's a Mayan pyramid.
Name?
Chichen Itza.
Yes, exactly. This is my brother and me. We were climbing the highest volcano in Mexico, and we went to Chichen Itza.
Barcelona.
Okay, you?
Spain.
Yeah. Where?
Spain.
No.
Turkey.
No. Brazil. Okay. What is the name of this stadium? You know it, I know.
Flamingo.
Okay.
I don't know the name of the stadium.
What is the biggest stadium in Brazil?
It's called Maracana.
Exactly. It was one of my biggest wish to watch the football in Maracanã. Okay, next one. Where is this?
Montenegro.
No. It's a bit hard.
But there has to be a clue for people, right?
Yes.
What continent
There
is
should be.
that?
It's in Africa.
In Africa.
That's the clue.
Morocco?
No, no,
Portugal?
no.
It's in
It's in Africa.
Nigeria. Ethiopia.
No, no,
Somalia.
no, no. It's the
South Africa?
South Africa.
South Africa.
Yes. It's the Cape Town. It's a Table Mountain just behind the Cape Town city. It's my second favorite city in the world. You should visit for sure. It's a lovely one. Rio de Janeiro, the most favorite. Next one.
Belgium?
Where?
Belgium.
Belgium. Yes. City?
Brussels?
No.
Bruges.
Bruges. Okay. Brussels would be very easy. Okay. This is my son. And you should find where is he.
Bahamas?
You would never guess.
Sri Lanka?
Bahamas is kind of close.
Haiti?
Dominic.
Close. It's something between Dominican and Bahamas.
Cuba.
No.
Panama.
Dominican Republic?
No. My gift is actually from this country, actually. This is...
Venezuela.
I'll go for St. Lucia.
No.
Haiti.
Then Jamaica.
No.
Okay.
St. Vincent
It's
Grenadines?
British territories.
It's British. Scotland.
No, it's probably then BVI. Is it? BVI?
Yes, exactly. This is British Virgin Islands.
Okay. You will only go there to register an offshore company, you know that.
For him.
Your son has got a company in BVI.
What about this?
Bahamas?
No, this is Africa.
Madagascar.
He was talking about
St.
this
Lucia?
island.
It's Zanzibar.
Exactly. one of the most beautiful islands in the world for me. And the color is exactly like this. I didn't do anything to the photo. What about this?
New Zealand.
Okay. And what is the name of this village? Any Lord of the Rings fans?
Like hobbits.
Hobbiton. Yes. Hobbits are living there, but the village is called Hobbiton. What about this? It's hard right now.
Which part of
It's in Oceania.
Oh, Fiji?
Papua.
Yes, Papua. Papua New Guinea. These are the tribes from this beautiful country. Next one. Anyone? It's in Oceania again. A big country. Eager.
Australia.
Australia. This is Sydney. And this is the swimming pool just right next to the ocean, and you can swim here. Easy one. Right. Next.
Rio.
Rio?
Brazil.
Yes. Rio de Janeiro.
Argentina.
Yes.
Boca Juniors.
This is the stadium of the Boca Juniors. Okay, this is very hard one. It looks like Bozbaş, but it's not Bozbaş. It's South American Bozbaş.
Chile.
Exactly. Good one. Just in Santiago, in the menu, I noticed that it looks like Bozbaş. I said that I will order and just taste. And taste was similar too. Next.
Brooklyn.
Okay, what is the name of this street?
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn.
No, street.
Isn't it the Golden Bridge?
Very famous one.
Is it Dumbo?
Yes. Nice. Next one. Again, tribes.
Is it in Africa?
Yes, it's in Africa.
Nigeria?
No, no. No,
Zambia.
no.
Madagascar.
Ethiopia?
Ethiopia, was that it? Good. Okay, next is my most favorite island in the world.
Bahamas. Seychelles.
Where?
Seychelles.
No?
Fiji.
No?
Fiji.
No. Which country?
Where is it?
Which continent?
South
Continent?
America.
Jamaica?
Where? No.
Haiti?
No.
There's a billion islands in there.
This is Ilha Grande. The island is called Ilha Grande. Which country? Any Portuguese speaking guys?
Brazil.
Oh, Brazil.
Yes. If you visit Brazil, Rio de Janeiro or São Paulo, you should visit this island. It has 7 beaches in the all over the island, and they don't have any cars in the island. Next one.
Norway. Norway.
Where?
Norway.
No.
Sweden?
Switzerland.
No. No.
Finland?
No. De Koe. No.
Liechtenstein?
Flag?
Croatia.
Yes. This is the Volendam village just next to Amsterdam. Very nice one. What about this?
Argentina.
Close, but no.
Bolivia.
Very close, but no. Yes. It's in Peru. City called Cusco, next to Machu Picchu.
Germany.
Yes, this is the Munich. I'm together with my father. We were the fan of this club since 1999. And I promised my dad when I was a little kid that I will take you to this stadium one day. And I took him in 2019. What about this? No? Yes. This is the Phi Phi Island in Thailand. This is the place where the beach movie, Leonardo DiCaprio, filmed.
San Francisco.
Yes.
Canada.
Niagara.
Which fall?
Niagara.
No. Any other fall names?
Is this Iguazu?
No.
No.
In Africa?
Victoria.
Victoria.
Yes.
Okay.
Victoria Falls. No one can find this country, for example.
Which continent is that?
It's in Oceania.
Tonga?
No,
Indonesia.
but nice try.
Fiji?
No,
Let's go for Samoa.
Samoa?
exactly. This is the Tosua Trench. These are the people, like, you see, very small, like we are taking the long ladder to the trench and swimming there. This is the wedding ceremony of my friend. From which country? I think it would be very hard to guess. This is the Romania. One day my friend said me that this lady actually the one who with whom I wrote the book about the interview process. She called me and she said that I'm getting married in Romania and I'm sure that you will not come. I said no, I will come. She thought that I'm just joking. I'm together with 6 guys from this Isaac organization, went there. And it was actually my first European wedding ceremony and I loved it. What about this? It's also in Africa, but it's hard, I know. It's Kilimanjaro in Tanzania.
Russia? Moscow?
Yes. What about this?
US.
No. Where? This is 12 Apostle in Australia.
US?
America.
Yes,
Silicon
which city?
Valley? Is it Silicon Valley, California?
California.
City?
It's in California.
It's Alto Palo.
Exactly. What about this?
Spain.
No.
Hungary.
Milan? What?
Italy.
Yes, nice one. It's the top of the cathedral, Duomo. And this? No. This is Aconcagua, like
It says Aconcagua.
and it was very cold. We just changed all our dresses to our original national dress, just to took one photo there, like this. That's all. And the winner. Who is the winner, guys? Just help me. I think one of these two guys. It's hard. Okay, you are the winner. Yes. What's your name?
Ismail.
Ismail. Okay. Ismail, could you please write me in Instagram and we will meet and I'll give you the present.
Thank you.
And in the end, your questions, and please give your feedback through scanning this QR code.
Can I start with the questions?
Yeah, sure. Go for it.
Okay. I'm sure people in the audience will ask a lot of questions. I wanted to maybe kickstart the discussion. You started your professional career at EY. Quite a lot of people will find this as their dream job because it's a big international audit and consultancy firm. Lots of people dream of working for big four companies, including EY. And then after a few years, you decided to give it up and start your own business. Apart from all the perks that come from traveling, what exactly drove you to make that decision? You said that you didn't want to, you wanted to work with your own people, you wanted to work with your own team, you wanted to be the master of your own time. But what was the thinking behind this? Why did you want to have your own team? What made you think that I want to have my own business? I don't want to work in a big company. I don't want that 9-to-5 job. Can you tell us more about what inspired you, what drove you, what made you give up a very prestigious job and start your own and jump into the unknown? Because what if the investors would not splash out? What if it will take you 200 pitches before you can actually get something? It's quite interesting thing. So I think people in the audience will benefit from your honest answer.
Perfect question. Thank you very much. I think that if I would just say it just with one sentence, it would be to make change or to be the change I want to see around me. Because when I started my own travel, first one was to Sri Lanka, second one was to Brazil, then to South Africa, I noticed that there is no any single website or platform in which I can just write my citizenship and the country I want to visit, and the platform would give me which documents are required, what is the cost involved, how long it takes to process the visa, and where I should apply. For example, for South African visa, we don't have the embassy or consulate in Azerbaijan. Where should I apply, whether it is Ankara or Moscow or in other cities? So I said that, okay, I'm also a traveler. Why I'm not building myself? Like, why I'm not doing it myself? So I started the platform as like the information database. Later, the first users of this information database told me that, okay, you already gathered all this information. Why you are not monetizing it? So I will give you money in order you can process my education visa to Canada. The first customer was my friend who wanted to study in Canada, and it was study visa actually. And back then, I didn't have any Schengen visa, any US, any UK, any Canada visa. Like, I just started to learn all this process on other people's application forms. I just faked it until I made it. Regarding the changing from 9-5 schedule to this startup life, I actually changed this 9-to-5 to 24/7 because like lots of people think that, okay, if it's your own business, your own startup, you can start whenever you want, you can finish whenever you want. No, it's your responsibility to keep the company to run till the end of the month, till the end of the next month and the next month. You should pay the salaries, you should pay the office rent, you should pay all this marketing, and you should have your own gain from this business after at least some time. In the beginning, I was very lucky that I had such kind of investors, but later, again, I crossed this road. I made actually more than 200 pitches to other investors or in events, in competitions, in different conferences and so on. Simply, I just wanted to see around me. That was the reason I started my own startup. Questions? You may first.
Okay, thank you. So my question is like, if you have a chance to go back, for example, in past, what advice would you give to yourself regarding your career past?
Okay. Most probably, I would work in EY a bit more. Yeah, trust me. Because I learned a lot from this company, and I brought a lot from this company to my own startups. Like there are lots of it shaped my own character. It showed me that working is not as simple as you think as a student. So it simply shaped me. And I would work at this, I would say, 2 more years. I have some more advice to me, but it's a bit confidential. Yes?
Yeah, as you mentioned, you were working in EY while trying to create your own stuff, right?
No. I already left EY and I started my career I continued my career in Falcon International. It was a Dubai-based company, and I worked there as a finance manager.
Yeah.
And I started my startup while I was working there.
I was going to ask that, for me, EY is known for its connections, opportunities for their alumni, and I was going to ask that if EY had any impact and maybe support during the creation of your startup.
Of course, right now we have lots of B2B customers in Visa Mas, and I would say maybe 30% of them I gained through the connections, through the network I gained in EY. Because my peers, for example, are working as a finance director of top companies in Azerbaijan right now. So it gives you very good connections, very good network. And it depends on you how to utilize it. Yes?
As a person who created his own business and went through so many stuff, what would be your advice for us?
If you want to be an entrepreneur, if you want to found your own startup, start as soon as possible. Because each month, each day, each year is valuable. And just don't afraid, just start. Start, but don't try to build the best version, the ideal product. Just start the MVP, minimum viable product, and just launch the startup, get the feedbacks, improve it, again. With this process, you will build whatever you want. But don't wait until you build the ideal product. You will never build the ideal one if you wait. And when you build the ideal one, you will say that okay, it's too late, someone is already built and just introduced to the market. And it's not about the idea at the same time, it's about the realization. There are lots of very nice ideas, but the realization is more important. Yes?
I'm sorry for being complete, maybe I missed that part. For the startups, how to find the local investors. For example, I have a startup, it's in the demo version of it, and I want to find some local investors because I'm trying to create national product because global version that I'm trying to make national. Therefore, I would like to ask about the local investors, how to find them, who can be possible investor for this market.
Okay, good question. The best option is participating in competitions. There are at least, I would say, 30-40 startup competitions each year in Azerbaijan in different topics, in fintech, in travel tech, in prop tech, in any field you want to build your own product. There are international and local competitions. Just apply them, and if you will be selected, you will pitch in front of those investors, and they will reach you out if your product is interesting. In the same time, by participation in these programs, competitions, you gain good network and you can add them in LinkedIn. And LinkedIn is offering the people similar to these people. And just add them as well and start to post about improvements in your startup. In development, like we started and we gained our first customer. We gained our number 100 customer, like we gained our 10,000th customer. And we added this feature. We increased the speed of our site. We started cooperation with this product and so on. Just informing your network is one of the best reach out methods. In the same time, by participating in such kind of events, you can just approach those people and say that, okay, I have a startup in, for example, in fintech, and we are doing this. Just make the elevator pitch maximum 30 seconds or 1 minute pitch. Just repeat it a lot. Just introduce yourself, give short information about your startup, and ask for email. Say that, okay, we are just sending monthly updates about our startup improvements, developments. Would you like, can I add your email to our database in order to inform you? Okay? And most of the investors who wants to invest in startups love this sentence actually. This is the best approach for investors. I asked lots of investors and all of them gave me the emails because it's the best option. You are not spamming, you are asking and taking, you are giving short information. If they are not interested, they will say no, and that's all. Okay.
So they say, especially in Azerbaijan, they say that it's really hard to work with the family members and very close ones. I'm really interested in what you think about this. Do you really think it's easy or it's hard? And have you experienced this in your own startup?
Yeah, everyone says it, but in the real world, in the real startup world, the first category of people who would invest your startup is called 3F. Friends, family, and fools. Yeah, it's real life. It's in real life because in the beginning you will need money, and you can get this money most probably from either from your family or from your friends. So it depends on the people. If you think that you can work with your family members and achieve good results, if you ever collaborated with your family members in anything and notice that you are having good results, why not? But if you know that you will fall after 1 month, you shouldn't. It depends on you, I think.
How I look at it.
Yes.
Thank you.
And regarding the co-founding, just important moment, like one important lesson I learned in my startup journey that you shouldn't be a co-founder with a person whose tasks you can handle as well. Like if you and your co-founder can do the same thing, in one moment you will start, or he or she will start to tell you that you are not doing the right thing. For me, I'm not a technical person, I'm the finance and recently marketing person. I would co-found any startup in the future only with the tech guys, tech people, like because they don't know my field and I don't know their field, we can match very good for any idea. Any other question? The last one I would say. Yes.
I can ask a question about team culture in startup because till the investment, they said that we need to have like small team, but at the same time, sometimes I think that to achieve more, you need to feed your team. So what do you think about that? I'm not talking about the co-founder, I'm talking about maybe volunteer.
Yes, very nice question, thank you. I would totally agree with you that it's hard to have very good team as like to have very good investment. It takes lots of years to build the right team. You are losing 5 team members in order to have one right team member. And it's always turning around, and you're just picking your team members by years. And when you are the director, the manager of the product, it's not like working in any corporation, any other company. For example, in EY, if anyone in my team wouldn't work, I can approach to HR and inform her about his her responsibility. But when it is your own team, you don't have anyone to blame. You should sit, talk, fire, hire again, and it takes, for me, it took lots of years, and I'm still learning through the process. Yes. Thank you very much. Thank you.
The startups and where to find the work to look for the investors. If you look at the audience, the vast majority of people are very young, students most likely, and demographically we have more females in the room than males. You started your business, my understanding is that out of that feeling of adventurousness, that you are hungry for adventure, for travel. In English it's called a wanderlust, when a person has this intrinsic feeling to go and explore new places. We have to also make allowance for our traditional culture. And in most cases in Azerbaijan, females are not as adventurous, or perhaps are not seen as adventurous as young men. So if you have 2-3 words of advice or sentences or advice to the vast majority of people in the audience, how would they make that change around them? What would you, like in a brotherly manner, what would you, as if you're advising your own sister or your daughter, what would you say?
Very nice question. This question's mainly for the ladies, right?
Well, not necessarily, but I mean, I would always think about the target audience, and the vast majority of people in the room are female. So
yes,
it's not as easy for a young girl to go and talk about her product in front of male investors, for instance. Psychologically, it's the case. So what would you advise? How would you go about this if you were...
I will have 2 advice, one from the personal side and another one from the startup side. I'm starting from the startup side. The thing is, the global trends show that the venture capital companies are investing to ladies more than men in recent years. Because during the history, it was vice versa. So, just find the right partner. If you are not a tech person, just take one tech person, build a good team, start team, and just do it. And there is nothing that man is better than woman, especially in startups. Regarding the personal side, again for the ladies, because we have lots of mental barriers. I would say just travel more. If your parents don't let you to travel, just purchase the ticket and then inform. But travel more, guys. Like after traveling each country, I learned something and just brought it to my startup and applied it. In each country, I learned something, brought to my culture, to my surrounding, to my community, and applied it. And traveling is the best investment you can do to yourself, I would say.
Thank you very much.
Hello everyone, I just want to introduce myself. My name is Narmin Gulieva. I'm EY BD leader and also EY program manager, EOY program manager, sorry. I would like to thank today Baba for coming here and sharing the best and interesting experiences and journey about his life in general and as a businessman. I hope that it all inspired you. I hope that this story inspired you all. I want to add just 2 moments. I've been EOY program manager for about 4 years, and there is a thing that I have mentioned during these 4 years. Baba just said an example that you should start your business as early as possible. I have mentioned the same thing while speaking with all of the entrepreneurs during the interviews. The reason here is that, have you mentioned that when the kids, at what age do the trainers recommend to start skiing? They said, start it as early as possible, because for ski you need not to fear. You need to be brave. And when you're a kid, it means that you are brave. And the more adult you are getting, the more you are analyzing risks, and that gives you barriers. So I have just concluded that entrepreneurs are unstoppables. They are fearless. They really are different from ordinary people in a good manner. So just to go back to this advice, if you start, the earlier you will start, the more the chances that you will start at least anything, and it will get bigger and brighter. So for today I want to thank again Baba for his joining. I would like to thank Emil for his good and interesting speech and for driving our conversation. Additionally, I would like to say that we also, what is about EY in general, about the people who think that EY is only about assurance services. EY is providing the services in assurance, in consulting, SAT and transaction, and legal and tax. Additionally, we have one more thing to say to you, that we have EY Academy started in Azerbaijan. We have soft skills trainings and specific trainings for the skills that you might be interested. In case you have any questions regarding the soft skills, you may ask Nazrin. She's here after the lecture will over. And in case you have any kind of questions, you can also approach me. Thank you so much for your joining. I hope that you enjoyed it. And the last, I want to ask everyone to take a picture to make it memorable. Please.